Buying a house in the Netherlands has become one of the biggest challenges for people today. In the past, owning a home was much more realistic for middle-income families, but in recent years, prices have increased very fast. In some cities, homes cost more than 50% higher than they did 10 years ago. And in places like Amsterdam, the average house price is now well above 400,000 to 500,000 euros. So what is actually driving this increase? Let's break it down in a simple and clear way. The biggest problem is very simple. There are not enough houses. According to Dutch housing reports, the Netherlands is short by hundreds of thousands of homes. Some estimates say the shortage is around 300,000 to 400,000 houses. At the same time, demand keeps increasing every year. When more people want homes than what is available, prices naturally go up. The population in the Netherlands continues to grow. This includes natural growth and immigration. More people means more housing demand. But construction is not keeping up with this growth. Students, workers, and international migrants all compete for the same housing market. This increases pressure, especially in major cities. Cities like Amsterdam, Utrecht, and Rotterdam are the most affected. In Amsterdam, vacancy rates are extremely low, often around 2% or less, which means almost no empty homes. When a city has such low availability, even small demand increases can push prices higher very fast. Building new homes has become more expensive. The cost of building materials, energy, labor has all increased in the last few years. For example, construction costs in Europe have increased by 20 to 30% in recent years due to inflation and supply chain issues. This means new homes are more expensive to build, and that cost is passed to buyers. Interest rates also play a major role. A few years ago, mortgage interest rates in Europe were very low, sometimes below 2%, but recently they have increased to around 3% to 5%, or even higher, depending on the bank and situation. Higher interest rates mean monthly payments become more expensive, so people can borrow less money, but prices have not dropped enough to match this change. This keeps the market under pressure. Another important factor is investment buying. Many properties are bought by investors and landlords to rent out later. This reduces the number of homes available for first-time buyers. At the same time, rental demand is very high, especially in big cities, so investors continue buying, keeping prices strong. The Netherlands also has strict building regulations, especially related to environment rules, nitrogen emission limits, land use permits. These rules are important, but they also slow down construction projects. As a result, even when there is demand for housing, new supply takes a long time to enter the market. When you combine all of this, big housing shortage, growing population, low supply in cities, high construction costs, higher interest rates, investors competing for homes, slow building process. The result is simple. Prices keep rising. Experts say a big crash is unlikely. The more realistic outcome is slower growth, not a sharp drop. The government is planning to build more homes in the coming years, but solving a shortage of hundreds of thousands of homes takes a long time. So in the short term, the pressure on the housing market is likely to continue. The housing problem in the Netherlands is not caused by one issue. It is a combination of economic pressure, population growth, and slow supply. That is why prices keep going up, even when people feel they are already too high. For many people, especially young buyers, the biggest question remains the same. Will owning a home in the Netherlands become possible again in the future?